Hello and welcome to day 757 billion of lockdown, or what feels like it anyway. Now, I've got a suggestion of something new that you can do today, and that is try your hand at filmmaking. Let's make an OMD diary. Throughout mine, I'm going to be teaching you some really basic filmmaking techniques that you can do on any Olympus camera, but I will be using the OMD EM1 Mark III. Use the hashtag OMD diary and let's see what we can all create. So the first thing that you need to know about filmmaking is that your shutter speed needs to be a minimum of double your frame rate. So if you're recording at 4K 30 frames per second, your shutter needs to be a minimum of 60. This creates the correct replica of motion as the eye sees it. The OMD EM1 Mark III records at 120 frames per second, so your shutter should be on 250. 240 isn't an option. Now, this might make your image quite dark, so the answer to that is to either increase your ISO or use a lower aperture lens, so a 1.8 would be perfect for some really nice slow motion close-up. Time-lapse is a great way to show the passing of time, which, let's face it, feels very slow at the moment. There are two ways that you can do this: the traditional photography way, or one that creates a 4K video. Go into your video settings, go along to C4K, change it to 4K, select your frames per second, and then head to multiply those frames, creating your time-lapse. Another way to show the passing of time is in the edit. You could use jump cuts. Keep the framing the same and record at real time, but in the edit, jump from section to section. This will keep the audio. Woohoo! I'm sticking to yoga. Kevin, I've been thinking. Seeing as it was a clear blue sky today, do you think it's going to be a clear night sky? So we should try and shoot a star time-lapse? Yes? Cool. Thanks for your input, mate. For a star time-lapse, you will need to swap out of video and into manual photography mode. Turn interval shooting on and set up for a long exposure as you would do for astrophotography. Set the intervals between your photos at 5 to 10 seconds. Select Starry Autofocus on the EM1 Mark III and off you go. I hope this video has given you some useful tips to take away and to make your own video content. Don't forget, use the hashtag OMDDiary if you make your own. Tag me and tag Olympus. Can't wait to see what you guys create.